Good morning, it's Friday the 19th of June and welcome to my latest video update. Well, again, I'm recording this video from my office at the RHN. I've been coming in a couple of days a week over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I have to say it's great to be back, at least part-time. And I'd like to give a special thanks to all the staff who've actually given me such a warm welcome in my return. And today I'd like to give a special shout out to the staff of Coombs Ward, because earlier this week, in fact on Tuesday, when I was back in, I had a delightful time sitting in the garden of Coombs, albeit socially distanced and wearing masks, but chatting to some of the staff there. So thanks very much, and thanks for the great job, as with all the other staff that you've been carrying out during the lockdown. Now, the main thing I have to talk about this morning is the resumption of visiting. We all know that all our relatives, and I hope many of you are watching this video, are so keen to get back and visit your loved ones. And I know over the last couple of weeks I've been talking about us aiming for the 30th of June as our target date to start the resumption of visiting. And that remains our target. There was some sort of news coming through the press that the government may be extending the period of shielding for people who are shielded from the virus. And whilst we have to keep a careful eye on any formal announcement that come out about that, at the moment we are still very much planning for the 30th of June to be our start date. But I should emphasise that's the start date. That does not mean we will be opening the doors for open visiting to anybody in the hospital from then. It will be done on a carefully controlled basis, one ward at a time, and allowing only 2 visitors. These visits will have to be outside, and of course it will be really important to maintain the 2 meters distance from the patients, and wearing of masks. And all this, of course, is to prevent any further outbreak of infection in the hospital. So it'll be 1 ward at a time, and that means that really for any particular relative visiting their loved one, it will happen at some time during the 3 weeks following the 30th of June, and we will be communicating specifically with each ward and each relative of the relevant patient to give the precise date and time when a visit will be possible. So please bear with us. I think it'll be a very exciting time that we are able to allow some visiting to start or to restart. But again, I say it'll be so important to observe all various rules around keeping the distance and masks and hand washing and so on and so forth. And it will have to be on a very gradual basis, because that's the only way we can really maximise the protection of our patients from any further infection. We've now gone over 60 days without a new infection, and actually the Tuesday just gone was the 100th day since we started the lockdown. So we've had rather more days without infection than we had with infection in the early part of the lockdown, but long may that continue. We absolutely want to do our utmost to mean that even if there is a second wave in the community, that as far as possible we can prevent that second wave of infection affecting the RHM. So thank you for your patience. Thanks again to the staff for all the fantastic work you've been doing on the front line. Thanks to all the staff who've been working from home, who are just gradually starting to come back to a limited extent. Your support working from home has been absolutely vital as we all work together as an RHN family for the best, to do the best for our patients. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.